Hey, I'm going to talk to you today about the pros and cons of caregiving in the home. My company provides both caregiving in the home and placement to another location like an assisted living community or a board and care, depending on the needs that you might have. I'd say 90% of people out there, they want to stay home. So I'm going to talk about the pros of staying home, and I'm going to talk about some of the cons of staying home, all right? So first pro of staying home is that we're in a familiar environment. We don't have to learn about a whole new room, a whole new place where the bathroom is in the middle of the night, so there's a lot of familiarity to living in our own home, especially if we've lived there for quite a long time. So next thing is that in-home care provides a 1-to-1 ratio of a caregiver and a client. And when you go to a facility, of course, it can range quite drastically from facility to facility. And that's one of the big questions that I ask when I'm on a tour with folks is, what is the ratio of residents to caregiver? And, a good ratio is 3 or 4 to 1. When you go to the bigger facilities like assisted living communities or skilled nursing facilities, then that number gets a lot higher. So it would be one caregiver oversees maybe 15 to 20 residents. So you could see right away that there's a big disparity in coverage. And the next thing is that when you're at home, you really do have better control over the care. You can ask for certain care just at night, or you could have the morning hours, whatever it is that you're looking for. And do you want to go places? Do you want the caregiver to drive you places? Do you want to stay at home? Whatever your preferences are, you're really getting a customized service from the caregiver. So you're not trying to fit yourself into another program that's already been established, which kind of happens at the bigger assisted living communities. There's a time to go play bingo. There's a time to go on a little bus trip to Morro Bay, whatever those things might be, right? This probably is the biggest thing, and I'm sure we all feel this way, is just the pride of staying home in our own house, right? So a lot of us, we don't want to leave our house. We don't want to have to leave our house. So it feels a little bit like a loss of independence when you're going to another place, and it takes some convincing for a lot of people. Then I would say the big final thing here is money and the impact of how can you afford to stay at home with the cost ranging from like $35 to $40 an hour. How can you afford to get the amount of care in your home to help you stay at home if you do need caregiving or if you are falling a lot? And sometimes you're bringing in family members to balance out the costs that might cost you to go to find caregiving and pay for a caregiver. Of course, there's costs to that to the person who's providing that care. A lot of times they're taking time off of work or taking themselves away from their own personal situation. Of course, it's a different level of care than what maybe professional caregivers can provide. The expense to going to a community, once you're staying at home with about 8 hours of care, that's where I see like kind of a break-even point. The cost that you pay for 8 hours of care is equivalent to 24-hour care in different communities out there. So just something to think about. So I just wanted to walk you through some of the pros and cons of staying home with a caregiver. And if you have any questions, give me a call, and I'd love to chat about the different options that are out there for you. All right, take care.